Good morning, everybody. Joan Zodianz here, and this week we are going to talk about the very Aquarius season that we're having. Sun is in Aquarius, and Mercury is also in Aquarius, and we'll talk about what the fuck that means for you. Okay, so we're in a very Aquarius season right now. We just left traditional ass, rigid ass Capricorn, where there was a ton of pressure on us to conform, to, commit, to gain a family, a house. All of this pressure was adding up because Saturn, Pluto, the moon was in Capricorn, the Mercury was in Capricorn, the sun was in Capricorn. It was such a Capricorn time. Now we have left that phase and we're going into the very humanitarian zodiac sign, Aquarius. To really understand what that means, you have to understand what Aquarius is all about. Okay. Aquarius is a fixed air sign. Yes, it's a very humanitarian sign, like they treat everybody the same, but this is a very respectful sign too, where they're just like, I respect your space, respect mine, I respect your beliefs, you respect mine. And that's where you're going to see a lot of people collide right now as it's in Aquarius season and Mercury is in Aquarius. We see a lot of people standing up for their own beliefs or standing up for justice or being very rebellious depending on what your signs are. You can also find people being like mediators, and also a rise of people who are just in for a good debate or argumentative right now. Aquarius is just a very talkative sign, so you're going to see a lot of people going back and forth, whether it be good or bad. It just really depends on that person. So Mercury will stay in Aquarius until February 11th, where it will transition into Pisces, who is less talkative. It's all going to be about emotions. Right now, while it's in Aquarius, it's going to be more about, mental stimulation, logic, reasoning. These are the things people are going to try to hash out either in themselves or with other people. This is also a good time to kind of just relax. Aquarians are very relaxed, okay, because they gain a lot of distance from people, so they're not being drained energetically from other people. And you need to follow that lead, right? You need to gain some distance from people, especially if you're feeling drained, so that you can make better decisions in your life. Now, I can understand if you have family, friends, that are just very needy, or you have, people are depending on you to provide for them and stuff like that. But Aquarians, as much as they're friendly, they can also be very selfish, but not necessarily in a bad way. It's just more of like, this is my time to think, and this is not your time to invade my space. So this is the role model that we have to look forward to during this time until February 11th. Okay. Now, Venus is still in Sagittarius until February 3rd or 4th, depending on your time zone, and then it'll transition into Capricorn. Basically means that you're going to try to make more commitment happen in your life in different relationships, whether it's platonic, professional, or romantic. You're going to start to take people more seriously. While Venus is in Sagittarius, you're going to see a lot of people not committing, especially if you're single. It's just more of the playboy effect, right? Or the player effect, where you're just kind of like shuffling between lovers right now, or you're just going back and forth. You're like a little flip-flopping because you just don't want to commit right now. Sagittarius is a sign of the philosopher, but because of that, they also need to be alone to do it, right? Or they just don't feel like they need to commit to anybody or anything. They just want to play and observe more than they actually want to, research and commit. It's not like Capricorn, who will take over that part where Sagittarius lacks. Now, if you are going through a hard time relationship-wise, you might want to wait until, February 5th, February 3rd or 4th, but I say February 5th because, it's already in Capricorn, where you could start to make those committed decisions to people, or you could start thinking or feeling straight about other people. Hopefully that makes sense. Right now, it's more of just like gaining a gathering right now, or gaining a lot of people. It's more of a social, Sagittarians are very social. So it's making a lot of acquaintances and then forming friendships after the 5th. or third or fourth. You get what the fuck I'm saying, bitch. Keep that in mind. While Venus is in Sagittarius, it's about finding all. It just feels like you're going to be gaining a lot of new people around in your life. And then when Capricorn sets in, it's more weeding those weak people out, or people who are not meant to be in your life. They kind of weed themselves out. Do you get what I'm saying? Because then it's more committed. It's like, okay, where can I put all my eggs in? You know what I'm saying? So that's what people are going to start to see, especially while Aquarius and Sagittarius are working together, because it's the humanitarian and the philosopher. You're going to see a lot of people, entering into cliques or entering into groups, or, wanting to join groups, or wanting to be a part of something bigger, wanting to be a part of something that makes a difference in other people's lives. Speaking of which, I have created my own little spiritual mafia. I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but this is already happening for me. I don't know if it's going to happen for you guys, but I urge you to. If you need to make new friends, or you need to find like-minded people, this is a great time under Aquarius and Sagittarius to find like-minded individuals and really bond with them mentally. Emotionally will happen, after February, or on February 11th, when Mercury goes into Pisces. But right now, it's all about mentally and spiritually. So you want to take advantage of that while you can. And then, you'll keep the friends that you're meant to have after, on the 5th of February. Now, back to what I was saying. So I made my little coven of friends. I don't know if you guys saw or not. And this is like a whole new movement for us. We have joined together to help, everybody else, especially amateurs or people who are afraid to come out. Because let's face it, when you're in this industry, whether you're in the cult, new age, whatever, or a fellow witch, a priestess, whatever, you are so scared to come out by yourself. We're all a little introverted, or mostly introverted, and a lot of us are empaths. So we don't want to be in large crowds with each other. But I find that being together in a group, even just online, is so helpful for us, and our soul's well-being will grow. And, we get to be included with people who share the same type of beliefs, and opening ourselves up to new beliefs. So this is what I'm saying. Having this Aquarius and Sagittarius is such a powerful thing right now. And joining groups where you guys can grow together is such a huge thing right now. And if you're not doing that, then maybe you should. I'm not trying to dictate your life, bitch. You could do whatever you fucking want to do. Okay. I don't know how else to explain it. It's a yin and yang effect with people. So building your relationships right now is very important for the start of the year, because it will affect the remainder of your year too. Because this is honestly the year where people feel like they need to do it alone. But what Saturn and Capricorn has taught us all so far is that to build your mountain, you can't do it alone. Keep that in mind for yourself. If you're feeling overburdened, if you're feeling overwhelmed, burdened by so many responsibilities, you need to let some of that shit go and share it with people. You need to share the responsibilities with other people in your family, in your tribe, whatever you want to fucking call it. Some people are triggered by tribe. I don't know why. Or just sharing, goals with other people. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything bad. It could be sharing goals with your partner, goals with your family, goals with your friends. You know what I mean? These are things that you have to remember. Now, I wanted to take a moment to kind of shout out my little coven. There are 10 of us, including me. There were more, but people dropped off, which is okay. And I want to talk about them one by one if you guys have a chance to go over. It's gonna be quick, bitch. It's gonna be quick. So we named ourselves after tarot cards, okay? Me being the Hermit. And then I have Coco, the Empress, okay? And then I have Alejandra, a Strength card. And she also speaks Spanish for all you Spanish-speaking beauties. Then I have Sade as the High Priestess. I have Siobhan as the Aeon. Okay, for everybody else, that's the Judgment card. And then we have Uma, the Queen of Cups. We have Jen, the Moon. We have Miguel, a spell worker, right? This is when I'm excited about spells and everything. I got 2 of them that does it. Miguel, who is Justice card. We have Shamani, the Hierophant. And then we have Cynthia, the Queen of Pentacles. All of us have our own special little gifts, and I would encourage you guys to check them out and see what we offer as services. So book a session today, and maybe you'll figure out something new in your life path, or maybe you need, direction in your life path, and we can help you, definitely help you with that. We have reviews on our pages and everything. Check it out and, be open-minded about things. Love you guys, and I'll see you next week.